Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People, hardest working man in showbiz, whatever you want to call me. I'm here for you guys to talk about this Carolina Panthers team, who are still riding high, still excited off of that 30-27 victory in overtime against the Atlanta Falcons down in New Orleans. Was there to watch it firsthand and report to you guys on it, and it was awesome. It was very awesome, very great. So today's show is what we do the day after, all the time, day after the game. We had this show where we call it Let's Talk About It. And that's going to be anything that you guys want to talk about. So what I'm going to do is take a second to post this information into the comments. But this is a call-in show, right? So just think of it most typically like you think of a radio show, right? People just calling in all the time where they have questions, statements, one event, whatever. That's really what this show is talking about. It's like live radio. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a second to post this link into the description. And I really want to encourage you got to be feeling good right now. Your team is in playoff position. Your team is above 500 in November. Lots of positive things going on. Your quarterback just set a franchise record for passing yards. By the way, glasses are still taped up. I know it looks funny. I just been on the road. I haven't been able to stop and get them repaired, and I don't have multiple pairs. So here I am with some glasses that are taped up. All right. So as always, our good guy Thomas is going to start us off with the live call-ins. We'll get started about 7:10, 7:07-ish, because I like to give some information first. But then I want to continue to meet you all. I want to continue to engage with you all. Down in Atlanta, was able to meet some people that I'd never met before, so that's always really cool. But I love to continue to meet people, talk about the Panthers, answer any questions that you have, rumors that you've heard, all that good stuff, as well as sometimes I like to talk about my experience doing what I love to do, which is covering this team. So let me go ahead and get up on the screen the information for you guys to call in. It's actually the same link every week. So once you get this link, if you ever call in, just save it and call in some more. All right. Let's see. All right. So I got that right there. And give me a second and I'm going to post this. I'm going to pin this link into the comments for you guys to be able to easily take a gander. Man, I tell you, I'm getting this. This is so I'm going to tell you because I'm distracted. Right, I'm about to go paste the link, and I go to YouTube to do so. The algorithm, these computers and social media use these days are just like the death. I don't like it anymore. I have a motorcycle, and now every time I sit there's like a motorcycle. I'm like a little kid. I just have to look, and then I get all kinds of distracted. Then I want a new motorcycle. It's tough, but let me try to stay focused because oh man. Let me decide what I want to look at. Don't tell me what I want to look at. But anyway, here we go. Let me pin this into the comments. Here we go. Did that there. Pin message. All right, now that has been pinned into the comments so that anybody that's watching can check that out. Let's let you guys know that I'm here in Charlotte as well, which I am back here in Charlotte. So want to give a few shout outs, but again, let you guys know how the show works. It's just, I'm going to have some things that I do talk about, but, I want to let you guys talk as well. So I like this show to be really unplanned and just whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. And then when there's some little time in between, I will say some things. And as far as comments go, so members always get the love because you members are what keeps the light on literally for Charlotte Vibe, help us travel and do what we do. So members, I'll get to you. But for today, call-ins get the biggest priority. So if you want to make sure I get your comment, whatever, call in. Links in the description, links in the comments. And then the members, and then I'll just go through everything as much as I can. When I do have people waiting, I'm going to try to stick closely to about the approximately 2 minutes that I give you guys to chit-chat. And that'll be it. So again, just going to get started in about 2 minutes, guys. I see we got Thomas waiting in our fancy green room. And then I got Rory waiting in the green room, which I am excited because I don't believe I have talked to him before. And hey, help like this channel, help us continue to grow. Like it, subscribe, leave a comment. All those things help us continue to do what we do. And I also want to pass along this information. So the Carolina Panthers play again on Monday night in San Francisco. So they're going to like slide everything back a day is what's going to happen. So you're going to look for coverage. Normally there's a Wednesday that I'm live at the stadium covering things. That's going to push to Thursday. And then they're going to have Friday and Saturday. So just be aware things are going to shift one day this week for my coverage because of that Monday night game that's coming up. All right, so again, we're about to go ahead and get into it. Let me show one thing before we get into it. Carolina Panthers, again, victorious yesterday, and they're now a half game back out of first place with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that we played twice. And, yes, we do have a tough schedule remaining, but that's what happens. We have us at 6-5, Atlanta Falcons at 3-7, New Orleans Saints at 2-8. And then also some unfortunate news for the Falcons is that I think Penix got placed on injured reserve today, and then Drake London's going to probably miss some time with those injuries from yesterday. So about to get to you, Thomas, here in just a split second. I want to give a shout-out to all of my members really quickly before we get rolling. South SC's Panthers Boy 803, what's going on? Nicole S., what's going on? I love it. We look like we got 3 people in here so far tonight. So I'm going to speed through these, but I got to give love to my members because they keep the lights on. Ali Bodrick, what's going on? And all right, so let me get my timer ready. MH, which just came on. I can't see your camera yet, which is fine, but just know before I get you on, I'm going to need to see your camera. And I'm just going to start to bring this guy on. I brought myself on. How you like that? That's me twice. We don't need that. Let's get me out of there. And that's not the view that I want. What's going on here, world? I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. There's me. There's Thomas. Don't talk yet, Thomas, because I don't think I got everything together yet. It's hectic doing what I do, man. Sometimes I don't know where I'm at. Can you hear me, Thomas?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, am I loud or something?
No, you're loud. You're good.
You're on the clock, Thomas. What's going on? Good to see you.
Good seeing you too. What a great day. Coming off of a win. This was a game they had to have. Bryce balling out. I have what you posted on his chart. 448 yards passing, breaking the record. Only 7 passes behind the line of scrimmage that were completed. Most of them actually was beyond. And this was a game they had to win. And I usually watch or listen to Unsportsman like on ESPN while I'm getting ready for work. And they said like what was nice about the Panthers is they're finding ways to win. They're in that infancy stage still, they said, and I agree with that they're still trying to, work their way through, learning on how to, walk. They've hit the crawl stage, now they're walk. And that's how I view it. And they're learning how to win. Now, honestly, with them going 6 wins, anything beyond, in my eyes, is a success because for the fact, yes, we always want playoffs, but you won 5 games last year. Now you have surpassed that win total. Yes, anything above that's great. If they can go at least 8, 9, awesome. But we have hit more than last year. That's already progress. And Dave Canales is still trying to, I guess, figure out as he goes. He's still learning. There's going to be growing pains. That was last week. Next week is a true test. Going on the road. You're going to be some emotional feelings playing against, McCaffrey and watching him and everything. I mean, it's actually Monday night's going to be a game I can actually stay up for because we're on Thanksgiving break next week. So I don't have to worry about going to bed early. But yeah, but no, it's yesterday was actually a really good test to see that they opened up the playbook, and that was even with Atlanta with AJ Terrell, who I believe was out in that first game. So that actually, I'm hoping that we keep seeing that of the opening the playbook a little more. It proved that it can work.
Yeah.
I tried keeping it about 2 minutes.
Hey, we're gonna have some practice calls here, Thomas, because I feel like you're just getting warmed up, and then we're at the timer. But because I like you, Thomas, you're always the first guy. Did you
Mhm.
have any closer that you wanted before we got out here and kept it moving along?
Honestly, just be patient with this team. Just be patient. I mean, like I said, we've hit more than five. So whatever is great, wonderful. But this season's nothing to hang our heads down.
All right. Well, I'll ask you this super quick question. Thumbs up and
Yeah.
thumbs. How good are you feeling 1 to 10 right now? How good are you feeling about this team
Like right now,
right now? Right now, November
uh
17th at 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard. How are you feeling?
6.5.
All
7.
right. Hey, Thomas, thank you so much, man. A regular caller, always my first guy. It's great to see you, man. Thank you so much.
Have a good night, Chris.
All right, Rory, you're going to be up next here in just a second. Let me comment a few on Thomas calling in. Uh, my man Thomas is always my first guy, and Thomas, maybe if we slow down, you can call back. But I feel like he was just getting warmed up, and then it was like we're at the 2 minute mark. But a 6.5 is how Thomas feels right now. Man, I feel like that's a little tough. Maybe he's been pretty guarded because these good old Carolina Panthers are the cardiac cats, which they were yesterday. Man, I'll tell you what, I've been doing this for a long time, so generally I don't get too many nerves when watching the game. It's just like the excitement or the disappointment. But I was actually getting some nerves, like I'm gonna be sick if they don't pull this out yesterday. And then I'm rewriting my story, changing my script for things that I have to talk about. Unfortunately, they won, but that was a great game, and Atlanta's becoming something. Right, 2 years in a row we go down to Atlanta and have some very exciting games that go into overtime, and then even go back even further to that PJ Walker game that year where he throw that deep ball to DJ, and then we end up things happen there. So Atlanta's seeming like a good place to go. And I said it yesterday. If you live in Charlotte, I think going down to Atlanta to check out a game is a good trip because darn good stadium, excellent stadium, lots of entertainment there, and we just play some really good games there. So thank you, Thomas. And now we're going to go to a first time call. And I see a lot of members in here, so we're going to go through the chat as well. But I still really want to encourage you guys, click on that link that's in the description, also in the comments. Join me, talk to me like me and first time caller about to do right here. Rory, did I say it correctly?
That's funny, Chris. I tell you, it was really neat to hear you say you'd been around a long time because that's what I was going to say first off. My name's on the building, and I've got one question for you. How is the crowd acting? I mean, it's like yesterday. You said you had the feeling, and I had it too. But it's the first time in forever.
Yeah, I was getting nervous, man. I'm like, oh, if they,
Oh
I told a
gosh,
buddy, I said, I'm gonna
oh
come on
gosh.
TV and I'm gonna be like a fan. I'm just gonna lose it. I'm gonna get my professionalism back the next day. But I was ready to just like be the guy breaking the TV and kicking things and all that stuff. But Rory, your question is how were the fans down in Atlanta? Was that
Yeah, I mean,
specifically?
I just wondered, because I feel like that for the first time in at least 5 years, people are interested.
Yeah, so Atlanta, I
But it's
couldn't.
different this time. It's different.
Yeah, it is. So I couldn't really see the fans. It was kind of weird that I didn't see the fans down in Atlanta, but I heard them. I absolutely heard the fans quite a bit of times, just like, it was a home game kind of thing where you'd hear something happen, and I'd run to get me a snack, and I'd go and look, and indeed it'd be Carolina making a first down, Carolina throwing a touchdown. So fans at that game down in Atlanta absolutely came out in force. You heard the keep pounding chant toward the end of the game and after the game, well after the game. And then on social media, I've seen a lot of people be there too. So again, visually, for whatever reason, I did not see them, but I absolutely heard them a lot, and they were very, very vocal at that game down in Atlanta.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, and you said that your name's on the building somewhere.
Well, actually, it's on one of those statues of the Panther statues. There's a bunch of them over there. But
PSL.
the first people that signed up for PSLs got their name on there, and I'm on there with my ex-wife.
Okay. Forever in stone.
Yeah, I love it. But anyway, I'm glad to hear that people are starting to react because I really feel like something's going on too.
Hey, well, last question before I let you out here. How, as of right now, this moment in time, How are you feeling?
10.
I love it. I love it. And if I ever
got a
have
feeling we can win. I got a feeling we can win 4 more. I mean, I really do.
do you know which games, or you just overall feel like
I'm not
4
gonna.
out
I'm
of?
not gonna say because it's gonna be the ones that we didn't think.
Hey, thank you for being a first time caller, man. Hopefully, I'll see you again, either in person or back here online.
Good to talk to you, Chris.
All right, take care. All right. So that's a lot of fun. I got 2 callers in here tonight. I want more callers to call in. It's fun. It gives me a chance to know the pulse of the fan, meet you guys, and all that good stuff. And talk to Rory, talk to Thomas. I know we had Hunter call in the other day. Always some new people that are calling in. So until those calls come in, I'm going to go through the comments, and also there is something I want to share with you because Tom's actually helped me remember this. I do have a few things that I love to share on the Monday following the game. Next week it'll be Tuesday following the game. But let's look at this pass chart by Bryce Young, man. This is something that I just, whoa. This pass chart looks like a thing of beauty. Bryce Young throwing to the left, throwing to the right, 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, 35 yards down the field. And those blue dots, touchdowns. 2 to the left. And a touchdown, they weren't just something 5 yards. We got a touchdown that looks like, I don't know, 17 yards or so. 35 yards or so. And then there was one that was 7. This is an outstanding chart by Bryce Young. I'm going to give him my sound effects there for a good job. And then even more impressive, no red dots. None. Not one. Bryce did not have any turnovers yesterday, whether that was throwing the ball or fumbling the ball, which has been something that he has indeed done over and over again. And 448 yards, almost a 70% completion rate. I'm sorry, that's not right. Let me do my math again real quick because that just does not feel right. Let's see. 31 divided by 45. Yeah, okay. Almost a 70% completion rate. Good stuff by Bryce. 448 yards. Gotta be living in a cave if you haven't heard that by now, that he set the new franchise record for yards. Cam Newton was previous. I think Cam's was around 420-ish, 430. It was close. Bryce had the opportunity to have overtime to help him out and get his. Cam did in his game. But nevertheless, doesn't matter. I'm not going to measure guys by such a detailed level. But that – do I need to say any more about that pass chart? That's good stuff. Now, something that happened yesterday kind of got overshadowed, as it should, by the action. My man Rico Dowdle is now over 1,000 yards on the season, so let's give it up for Rico Dowdle. Can we keep Rico? We'll see, but we're going to live in the moment right now. Rico did not have his best game as a Carolina Panther rushing the ball. He rushed 19 times, 45 yards. And you see here something that you haven't seen for the most part, which is the red lines are tackles for a loss, which looks like I see 1, maybe 2 in there. I think I see 1 in there. The yellows are basically your 0 to 5. That's all that you got here, 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5. And then you got just 1 green, which means he gained more than 5 yards. So he actually did not get the opportunity to make much of an impact in the run game. He did have an impact on the pass game as well, as Bryce got that ball around to everybody. But Rico Dowdle and his passing chart. And then our guy, Tetairoa McMillan, T-Mac, Tet, whatever you want to call him, the man, the rookie. 2 touchdowns yesterday, 130 yards, 12 targets, 8 completions. Some really, really good stuff. And then you see his yards after the catch. One big play really where he had yards after the catch, but he puts effort into it each time that he gets the ball to get some yards after the catch. Little in route that he took down the field is his big one that he got yards after the catch, and the rest were kind of, not too much progress. But nevertheless, T-Mac, Tetairoa, Tet doing his thing. Good job. So I wanted to make sure I shared those pass charts, run charts, and QB charts with you guys. So again, the phone lines are open. We got up to an hour to be on here. So if up until 8 o'clock Eastern time, if you guys want to call in, I hope some more people call in because it's a lot of fun when you do so. Meanwhile, we're going to get into these comments here. See what you guys are talking about. Let's see. All right, Chris, after all these years, you you deserve to cover a playoff team. I hope it happens. That's from Nas. So, I actually have covered the team going to the playoff. I covered the team when they went to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to certainly agree with you. Regardless of what I've done in the past, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, and to be able to cover this team, whether it's as division champs, whether it's as a wild card, whether it's here in Charlotte, whether it's who knows where, Seattle. I don't care. I would absolutely go crazy and love to cover this team being in the playoffs. We've grown a lot over the years. I hope, now if you've been following along, obviously you know that. But yeah, thank you. Roadmaster, appreciate you. Salute back at you. Thank you so much. And then Ali Bodrick, one of our members. Welcome back, Chris. Bryce beat 2 different quarterbacks in one game and came back after being hurt twice, won the game, and now the Panthers have a better record than the Chiefs. Yeah, let's talk about Bryce Young and what he did yesterday. So he said that when he got hurt, it was a lot of pain. And it was funny because he talked about the mental part of dealing with pain and breathing, and just make sure you continue to breathe, start to try to block things out, want to be back out there with his teammates. But he said he did have to do a little bit of convincing to the training staff. Certainly was going to trust whatever they ended up coming up with, but said that he had to do some convincing. But he passed all the tests, didn't do anything that looked detrimental to that ankle, got it taped back up, and went back out there and played well, played exceptionally well. And, he, in the post game, it's funny. Well, not funny, but it's just how it happens, right, with adrenaline. Things can be fine during the moment, during the battle, and then it's always, coach talks about it with players throughout the week. It's not so much how the player does with that first day that he gets back. It's about how he is after some rest, how he is after it kind of just has a chance to tighten up, if it's going to tighten up. So I feel like that is absolutely the case with Bryce Young. After the game, he's coming to the podium, and he's coming like he's just gingerly trying to walk on that ankle, and then just gets up to the podium, uses the podium to hold his balance. And the contrast is 20 minutes prior, maybe even 15 minutes prior, you see Bryce Young walking off the field, completely regular walk. So pain tolerance, Bryce Young looks to have one that's off the charts. But I don't feel like we're going to see Bryce this week until the last possible moment, right? You got a Monday night game, so you got the extra day of rest. Coach is telling us that we're not going to get any updates until Thursday because, again, everything gets pushed back. So tomorrow is a day that the team will be at the stadium, but they're not going to go through any practices. Wednesday is going to be like their day off. Thursday will be their day back. So Thursday is the soonest that we will have some video of Bryce Young at practice. So be sure to look at that. I don't anticipate this guy doing anything at all on Thursday. I don't see how he'll do much on Friday either. And then, some light walkthrough on Saturday. He's been your starter all year, right? So you don't need to make sure that he gets all these reps and all, you just need to make sure that he's aware of the install for this week and the game plan. Again, appreciate you, SC Panthers boy. You got a long name. We're going to have to come up with a nickname for you, but I really appreciate you. Steve-O says, does Canales keep this passing going? Question mark. So he wants to be a run-first team. So I think if he said, hey, things are even, what's going to be his first thing that he goes to? Then I'm going to say that he's going to go to running the ball. That's his first thing that he wants this team to be. That's his identity. That's what he wants to have as his bread and butter. but he knows the importance of balance and does not mind going to a passing team when it's needed. You saw some different things that opened up yesterday with him, just being able to call plays. And honestly, sounds like he said they went through all their plays and then started recycling some things. You saw some formations yesterday that you didn't see too often from this team. So I still believe that he's going to be a run-first guy, but now when he does go to the passing, that he may not wait as long as he did in the past to go to that passing attack. But here's something, the title of this video was about Bryce Young and where he is with this team. And I don't see there's been too many questions about this yet as far as Bryce. Bryce still isn't yet established as a consistent quarterback. And even if he's a consistent quarterback, I'm not going to say because he has one bad game, like, oh, here we go back to this old Bryce, right? But just some perspective, and I'm going to make sure that I stay on the positive because there's a tremendous amount of positive that happened. But just along that passing, it's still dependent on what's going on with Bryce, how he's performing, right? Because up until yesterday, or even if you want to include yesterday, I think Bryce probably has 6 games where he throws under 200 yards, and he's had a lot of games where he's thrown just barely over 100 yards. He's had a lot of games where he'll throw an interception early on in the game. So I'm not bringing it on to say, like, oh, Bryce is terrible. I'm just saying in terms of this question here, does Canales keep the passing going on? It's a lot of variables. Like, this team still has to continue to grow, and we just can't fully flip the switch to saying, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Still a lot of progress. Steve-O, appreciate you. Stephanie Case, happy Victory Monday to you too as well. Romass, you won't like this take. Fan base is split on giving Bryce a $60 million extension based off this one game. I'm with you. I'm not jumping to giving him an extension based off this one game. No. I'm going to live in it. I'm going to celebrate it. I like it. He's in the record books. But yesterday does not suddenly make me have this big picture change on Bryce Young. He still needs to prove some things to me for sure. John Morales, who, again, loved meeting you guys. So met John in the past. He told me he was coming down to the game in Atlanta. And like I said, guys, I'm not hard to reach. So whether it's on here or any other social media, you're always welcome to direct message me, email me, whatever, leave a comment. That's the only way I can wear the title Man of the People. But John Morales, shouts out to him. He drove down to the game yesterday. Didn't have a chance to go to him directly, but ironically, his seat was near the press box, and I was able to give him a wave and see him in his Panthers jersey during that game. But John said, what an electric performance. Glad to see you from afar. Didn't get home till 11:30 yesterday night. Good for you. I didn't get home until this morning. What time did we get back? I think me and my photographer got back around 1 o'clock. So as you might imagine, it's a little hard for me to leave right after the game. I don't even think I left the stadium until closer to 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. But good to see you, John. Glad that you got a good victory to watch there yesterday in Atlanta. All right, and I want another call in. Call me greedy, but I want another call in. Let's call into the show. I want to hear from you guys. Oh, this was MH, had to drop. Sorry, but keep pounding. Well, hopefully you'll come back because it's always fun talking to you guys. And again, I feel these glasses. I got to get into the store. Uncle G Roy, what it do? Yeah, man, that was a great win yesterday. With my lighting, you thought I had to salute the service jacket? Me? Don't follow you there completely. Uh-oh. Here we go. Stephanie Case just became a member. Hey, I love it when people become members. We've had members joining lately, which is great. So I'm going to continue to do what I do, which is deliver you guys great content. I'm here for you as a resource, whether you're a member or not, but certainly my members do have good access to me. And I like to say you have a friend in the media, which is myself. So any questions that you guys have, or ladies, let me know. Any content that you want to see this week, questions coming up, let me know. And I will always continue to do my best to get those questions answered for you, talk to those players, talk to those coaches, all right? So, Stephanie, again, let's give her a round of applause for becoming a member. Give a little DJ horn. Welcome to the family, Stephanie. Welcome to the family. And yeah, let's get those likes up for a Monday. We're at 17. Appreciate the likes, and then we can't forget always each and every show, because we are independent media, meaning there's no sponsors writing us $100,000 check to do our operations. We rely 100% on you guys. So if there's an opportunity for you to donate 99 cents, $5, whatever it is, please do so with a super chat. We try to get at least 3 of those each show. And then for some people, I found that it's a little bit easier for them to do Cash App. So you see the Cash App link right here on the bottom, and you guys are more than free to do that. Whatever works for you. I appreciate the support whenever we can get it. So thank you. Ramblin' Muse, that was a great game. I love watching Bryce step up, and even better that Fitz didn't let those Falcons fans get free pizza. Oh, speaking of, I think I got you. So it was the funniest thing, man, that if Fitzgerald had missed a kick, that they would get a pizza. I'm so glad that you said that. I actually got a picture of it that I forgot to post. And I actually might even post this on my other social media tonight. Check this out. Give me just a second. And who wrote that question? Ramblin' Muse. So I guess you were at the game yesterday, Ramblin' Muse, in order to know that, or did they talk about it on the broadcast? Let me know. All right. My computer just beeped, so I should have this on the screen that I can share with you guys here in just a second. Boom. Boom. Bam. Oh, why does it come out small? I gotta figure what's going on out. And then it's a little blurry too. I'm not liking it. Why is it happening? Nevertheless, this is what happens yesterday. If the visitors miss a field goal, everyone wins free pizza with Racetrack Rewards tomorrow. So they were giving out free pizza yesterday if Fitzgerald had a miss, and he never missed. So sorry, Atlanta Falcon fans, no free pizza. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was like when you saw it. Of course, that Halo screen they got out there just jumps out at you. But no free pizza. No free pizza. Watching our squad will keep your heartbeat up. Hold on, I got a sneeze coming. Yeah. So again, guys, so I don't claim to be like unhuman and not get emotional about things because I'm in the media, right? Like, it's just a different hat that you turn on when you're talking about it professionally. But I will tell you, yesterday was the most difficult time recently that I can remember, that I'm like mad about the game. You used to one thing happening, so you try to keep your mind there, stay calm. Then you see something else start happening, and so you just start to feel all conflicted. But yeah, it was tough, but it was a great outcome. Great outcome. In a way, I'm guarded because I'm used to being used to the heartache. I do love the fact that they're making strides. So that's Thomas Frisbee, who was on earlier talking. I asked him to rate how he currently felt, and he said a 6.5. And I thought that was a little low, given the excitement of everything that just happened. But good to see you, Thomas. So Ramblin' Muse was at the game yesterday. That stadium is 100% awesome, man. Ben Lee, I hope this inspires Canales to open up the playbook. So again, just touching on that, like, it's still just like the same. I feel when people talk about, when I hear, Canales was holding Bryce back. That's not the case, man. like like he calls the plays, and Bryce has the ability to execute the plays. And there's been plenty of opportunities where Bryce could throw the ball, and he's just been choosing where he throws the ball, and it's been different. And yeah, I'm not gonna say like everything's completely independent, but I just like to go to with like the majority of what's happening, the majority of how things work. And I feel like Canales has certainly given Bryce the opportunity. But what I feel that happened yesterday was you had, what do you want to call it, Bama Bryce, the Reaper, whatever you want to call the guy. After Bryce Young got hurt, things just changed dramatically, because it wasn't like they suddenly like they were ahead the whole game. They were behind the entire game. So he's calling plays the entire game, trying to get the Carolina Panthers to come back into it, and it just wasn't working. Bryce Young gets hurt. He comes back in that game, and I don't know like what kind of motivation that gave him, but he played 1,000% different. Bryce hurt his ankle again, walked off the field, still came back out there and was doing what he wanted to do. I'm going to tell you, be honest, as I'm watching the game, I'm like, I had some things that I didn't think were good, and Bryce, he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. So he had a heck of a game, and we'll see. But it's not like right now we can say we're going to become this kind of team, we're going to become that kind of team, because it was just one game that presented that opportunity for that to happen. It's all. It also seems like Bryce, excuse me, has been playing lights out, crazy, phenomenally well against the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll see what continues to happen. I'll tell you, if you want to know right now, today, how do I feel about the San Francisco matchup? I feel like Bryce is going to continue to play well in that San Francisco game. To me, the challenge becomes a little bit beyond that. I think it being a West Coast game, Cali, I think it being a primetime game, that things will continue to click for the team. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but I feel like things will continue to click. Ben, appreciate you. And looks like we got our first super chat of the night. Gotta love those. We need them. Chris, you need a chat assistant to get through the comments quicker. I need a work from home job. I can travel to you if y'all cover expenses. So about getting to the comments, which, yesterday it's kind of funny that somebody got mad at me yesterday for not going through the comments, not reading their comments. And I'm like, hey, game days, I really can't go through the comments. It is so much set up, so many people, so many things going on, and I'm trying to get to you guys information. So, as always, a reminder: Mondays, and when there's a road game, that's Saturday. I try to have 1 to 2 shows a week where it's just dedicated towards getting through the comments. So I do what I can, and like I said, there's a cheat code for it, right? Members stand out so I can easily see your comment. And then the super chats, like you just did, they stand out so I can see your comments. Otherwise, like right now, there's 100 comments. I'll continue to balance giving you guys some substance to my responses and getting to as many comments as I can. But Roadmaster, appreciate you very much. Scanning through some of these comments right here. Let's see. So I did say earlier that Rico Dowdle has 1,000 yards on the season, which is utterly incorrect. I'm not sure why I said that. Let me give a shout out, because I'm a man of integrity, transparency. Let me give a shout out to, he says maybe totally got J Rock, who said Rico does not have 1,000 yards rushing, maybe 1,000 yards of total offense. Yeah, so you're right. So I did not properly communicate some information that I had received, and I need to fine tune what that was. So he has 100. Rico has 833 yards rushing. There's actually only one running back right now that does have 1,000 yards on the season. That's Jonathan Taylor, who's just running away with averaging 6 yards per rush. He has 1139. James Cook with 968. Devon Achan with 900. And then Rico currently overall in fourth with 833 yards. So I'll fine tune that and come back to it. Thank you for pointing that out to me. All right, let's continue to work through some of these comments. All right, show XL some love. He would have had more yards and a second TD if Bryce throws the ball over that one quarterback. All right, let's go ahead and give some love to Xavier Legette. Here we go. So Xavier Legette yesterday, 83 yards. So Xavier nearly had a 100-yard game, being our second leading receiver right there behind Teteroa McMillan. He was targeted 8 times, so he was also targeted quite a bit. Teteroa with 12, Xavier with 8. He caught 4, and he had a TD. So, yeah, Xavier had a good game yesterday. And, Jalen Coker was able to get involved some more as well. He caught everything that was thrown his way, 4 of 4. But certainly it's good to see Xavier getting back on the horse, literally riding Dollar Bill after he scored his touchdown. And with all these guys, right, it's a lot of young talent. I know there's something out there that says this 2025 draft class by Dan Morgan has been great, really doing some big things for the Panthers. And speaking of that, I spoke with Mitchell Evans, the tight end, talking about his rookie season so far, and he says he feels like he's ahead of where he needs to be just because of his work ethic, but he just wants to continue to do his part for this rookie class. So, yeah, good stuff by Xavier, and I hope that it continues. And then somebody said, I need to be more organized. What did I do? Silverback? I take feedback. I take constructive criticism. What did I do? Sometimes things, believe it or not, are a lot with the operation that I have going on and how I do it for one person, which makes it extremely difficult. It could appear as organization, or it just may be due to the number of things that I have to do to get these shows up and running. But let me know, Silverback. I want you guys to like the product. Just because a lot of times I'm a one-man person, I don't want it to come across that way. So let me know. USR Pro. Got to be consistent. Bryce needs a quarterback behind him that's ready and capable to take his job, to push him to be more consistent. Andy is not it. Bryce has no competition in Carolina. So USR, hey, I appreciate it. And I'm just saying, for me, I'm declaring today that I'm not going to be too critical of things that didn't go right yesterday, from Dave Canales to Bryce. I will touch on some things, so I agree. I agree with this. I like the comment that he has to be more consistent. He's not consistent. You look at the fact that we're 6-5, so that kind of speaks to where his consistency may lay or lack of. And I'm also a person that believes there should be some competition to Bryce at this point. Now, if he continues to play like this, then I'll bring it down. But right now, I agree with you, USR Pro. Appreciate your comment very much. And as far as Xavier Legette, because there was a comment earlier about giving Xavier some more credit, Coach Canales did say yesterday that they were doing some things intentional to get the ball towards Xavier because they liked his matchup. So he says, of course, everything primarily runs through Teteroa, and then sometimes that tilts the field where you do have the opportunities, as he said they did yesterday, specifically several times, liking the matchup with Xavier and calling plays that would give him more of an opportunity to be that first read than Teteroa. And then he also mentioned that they moved Teteroa around more than they have in the past to try to get him opportunities. So, he talked about a case where there would be 3 on one side, 1 on the other side, Tedero being that one, how defenses can tilt things to take away that number 1 wide receiver. And so they moved him from the X and Y. They moved him around through all the various positions to try to do that. So it was a lot of things that went into that game yesterday to give us the outcome. Certainly, you want to see some of those things continue to evolve. Also, I do like the fact that today he talked about why he waited to 4th down to kick the ball. Because I'm thinking, like, this is overtime. Like, you could kick it on 2nd down. You can kick it on 1st down, and this game be over. But he said for him it's really a few things. One is, like, that's just a rhythm that he is used to as a coach. It's also something that he feels like for his kicker, that the rhythm is 4th down is when that kicker's used to doing it. And he said that you also get a small opportunity for that running back to run in and score, and you not have to kick the field goal. It is what it is, whether you like it, don't like it, but he gave some more information about that as well. All right, B Stallion, what's going on with you? Hey, Chris, I don't think this one game makes Bryce the quarterback of the team's future. It should be based on the whole body of work. As for me, I still want competition to be brought in to challenge for this honor. So you're in agreement with, I think it was US Pro that had a comment earlier, USR Pro. Yeah, B Stallion, you look at the whole body of work. One, like, and I'm going to, again, be short with this because I want the high to remain, right? I think we all deserve to celebrate for 24 hours what he did yesterday. Not everybody can have a 400 and nearly 50-yard game, right? It's absolutely 100% phenomenal what Bryce did. And then you throw on a 455-yard game on top of a bum ankle. Absolutely phenomenal. Then it's a guy that's, not the tallest guy. So he has other challenges that he's working through. And then he got the ankle stepped on or rolled on or whatever more than once. And he continued to play and continued to use his feet to be in lanes to throw the ball. So by far, I'm giving lots of kudos to Bryce. But I will say I agree with B Stallion's comment. Going through some more of the comments here. Are the press box seats in the 300s? So I need some clarity on that, but I'm going to answer this very honestly. I have no idea what the sections are because I've never, like with media, we don't really go inside of the stadiums. So we, like the concourses and all that stuff, we don't ever be in those areas. So when we come in, no matter what stadium it is, right, we'll come to that building, and pretty much as soon as you get inside of that building, there's special elevators for us to go to whatever level in that stadium that we're going to be in, whether that's a 200, 300, 500 level. There's certainly stadiums where you're up pretty high, like Las Vegas. You're way up there. You're up in the rafters. New Orleans, which I hate. I hate New Orleans Stadium. You're completely, utterly higher than any fan up in the rafters. So, but we always go through this elevator that takes us up, and even if there's a little walk to the press box, there's like specialness, and yeah. And now I'm about to keep rattling on. I think in New England, the Patriots, that is the one time that it's like an interesting walk to get to the press box because you do kind of go on the concourse for a little bit. But yeah, tell me more and I'll try to answer it. Again, I'm here to answer any and every questions. K-Mo, we got to keep it up. Yeah. Corey Thornton did play well. Claude and Charles played well coming in for Trevin Wallace. And to me, Claudin started out a little slow, a little shaky, But certainly, once he got his footing, did extremely well. So great job by this rookie class for sure. All right, Roadmaster, I'm going to count on you to call in next time. But hey, I have kids, man, so I'm not afraid to hear kids. Just as long as we can still hear you, then I'm not afraid of kids. And babies are cute, so you could put the grandbaby on TV as well. You guys are talking about the free pizza. Yeah, yeah. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is a tough place to play. How so? I mean, I think we always have interesting games there, but I don't think it's a tough place. Talk to me, Rory. Tell me why you think the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is a tough place to play. I don't think it is. Underground West. Appreciate you tuning in. Bryce was a warrior on the field yesterday. I got to give him credit. Absolutely. I like this. Bryce knew his career was on the line, and man, did he step up. I'm not going to be mad at him for whatever for my plea yesterday, and I might have to go up to him in the locker room and whisper in his ear on Wednesday. Or I guess it's going to be Thursday at this point. But Bryce, I know you don't like to look back. I know you're not a big picture guy. You're just an in the moment guy. But would you please replay your mindset and how you did things throughout the Atlanta Falcons game this past Sunday, and make sure that you learn how to do that again as you need to in a game. That's my plea. He absolutely did step up yesterday. That was great to see. 6-man music. Let's go. Proud of this win. Yeah, it's good stuff. Loud pack luck. Bryce proves to me and a lot of fans he can be the future quarterback. So give me some more likes, by the way, guys. Can even if you're a member, like let's make sure we hit the like button every time that we come here to the station, because that helps us out a lot. So Bryce, to me, Bryce has already had moments where you felt like he was capable, and you see a game like, yeah, he's capable. But I'm still on like big picture. I'm still on the wagon of Bryce. You still need to show me more, and I would like to see some competition for your position. I'll keep it short because the man just had a great game yesterday. Let me see how many. I'm glad you mentioned this because I've been wanting to look at this. I didn't visually with my own two eyes see Jimmy Horn out there yesterday. I want to see how many snaps he had yesterday. It was absolutely not much funk at all for Jimmy Horn Jr. yesterday. See if I can quickly find this. Yeah, so Jimmy Horn Jr. got in 7 plays yesterday. So yeah, Jimmy. So he did get in. I didn't see him. Um, a little bit of defense to that is that the Atlanta stadium, the seats are kind of far back from the field, so with the naked eye, you can't easily quickly identify all the numbers at a glance as you can certainly at Bank of America Stadium and other stadiums. But he got in 7 plays, which is very few, and only Trevor Etienne had fewer. He had 4. Chuba even had 15. Bryson Tremaine had 27. So it was not too many numbers for Jimmy, but we got the win, big picture, right? So that's a good thing. Appreciate you, six man. Those folks should call you on Mondays. They can get all your attention for like 3 minutes. I said at the top of the show, it is meant to be like the radio. Like, call in. You guys have full access to me. Going through the comments are hard to go through them quickly. And again, I want to give everybody more than just a hey. I like to try to connect and give some depth when I can. But yeah, we want to continue to encourage you guys to call in. It's great. I'm easy to get along with. Ask questions. You can disagree with me. You can agree with me. You can vent. Whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you just don't come on and just be belligerent. You can come on the show. We'd love to continue to meet everybody, including you, Rambling Muse. You're allowed to call in. You're welcome to do so. All right, so we're about to go ahead and wrap on up. Stephanie K says, have a great night. You do the same. Salute to Underground West. This is the first time I've ever seen Bryce really spread the targets. Worked out great. Yeah, he did, man. He got it. He got it all around. Got it all around. It was incredible. Hey, don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this part right here, because sometimes you guys do get a little spoiled, or maybe it's new people that check out the channel. They see the quality, they see it's live, yada yada yada, and they're like, "Hey, why don't you do this, that, the other?" And it's a lot, but I don't want to talk about it all the time. But oftentimes, productions and doing the number of productions that I do at the various locations that I do, it's pretty good what we do sometimes. It's actually more than pretty good. It's extraordinary. But I appreciate you guys noticing that. We're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I appreciate Chance Hines, who's a late comer to the show, I think. Ken88, one of our members. Appreciate you very much. Will Smith, appreciate all of you guys for checking the show out tonight. I'm going to go. He was going to call in. All right, but we're at the end. We're at the end, unfortunately. But I hope that you'll call in next week. Next week's show will be on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. And again, my normal show, which I do Wednesday from the stadium, will be Thursday from the stadium. And I'll see you guys again. Let's go watch some Monday Night Football. Go Panthers, keep pounding. Playoff hunt, we're in it. Division battle, we're in it. We'll continue to see how it works out. I'm Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe.